Hey everybody, so I'm checking in. It is day 6 of 50, and I just wanted to quickly tell you guys that I went ahead a couple days ago and took my measurements because I think it's important to have other ways to track your success and other wins to to celebrate. And then I also wanted to give you guys an update on my weight. So I checked my weight and I haven't gained, but I haven't lost very much either. But I think I can contribute some of that to me just still having trouble with like processing everything with my stomach. So I have been eating according to my macro challenge, sticking to my macro challenge. I'm still feeling really strong. I can kind of taste the ketosis taste today. I am doing my weekly fast, but the weekly fast is only 48 hours. So for the most part, most people should be able to do it. Just talk to your doctor, or if you feel comfortable, to make your own decision, then you go ahead and do that. I already put together a group on Facebook, but we can do some group messaging and keep each other strong and accountable. So I hope some people decide to join me. And I'm also going to share a really tasty recipe. So, hello again, everybody. So, I'm making ramen. So, I'm going to be making the broth right now. I put about a tablespoon and a half of coconut oil into my pot. It's already nice and hot. And so I'm going to tell you guys what I have here. So I'm going to be making the broth, and then it'll be keto friendly. So I'll show you guys what the ramen's all about. You guys have a few different options, and then obviously the broth can be used as well for my kids to have regular ramen. And so right now, today, we're just working on the broth. So I'm letting the oil cool down just a little bit, and then I'll show you guys my veggies. So I already have some broth that I bought that I showed you guys in a previous video. I bought it from Sprouts, and basically what I'm gonna do is cook some veggies and season them to help give it a deeper flavor, a richer flavor. A little bit, I have here some bell peppers, red and green, mostly green. I had just a little bit of red left, and I have onions, and then I have some celery, and I like to put celery and onion and bell pepper together. Depending on where you live, some people do like the Holy Trinity. I'm used to, I didn't mean to say the Holy Trinity, the Trinity, which is bell peppers, onions, and celery, I believe. Myself, I just started incorporating celery, so I do it sometimes, and I'm kind of that kind of person. I just kind of fly by the seat of my pants a lot of the times with recipes and things like that, unless I'm new to it. I've made enough soup in my life to where I think I can kind of play it by ear, but I am going to be using some specific ingredients that are seen more often, and I am seasoning my veggies just like I would any like protein or anything like that, because obviously I want to get the nice sweet flavor. And so we'll start to get these things cooking up. Get them some browning going. And then we'll let this cook for a while. And so this is like a shortcut recipe. And I think my kids will enjoy it. They like regular ramen, but they've never tried the ramen like from a restaurant. but I used to be like a ramen head, and I don't really like ramen as much anymore, but I have tried a few of the like flavorings, and they are delicious, and I always thought how good they would be on like zoodles. Or another option are the like I want to say I think it's pronounced shirataki noodles, and those are noodles made out of a root vegetable. I think it's akin to the yam, I want to say, and it's a vegetable that they use to make the shirataki noodles. And they have some that they make out of tofu, and they're very low carb. I think they kind of like zero out because of the fibers. And I'm not a huge fan of those because of the texture, but I am a huge fan of zoodles. So in my case, I would definitely stick with those. So I'm gonna let these cook for a while, just to develop as much flavor as possible on these. And they're already starting to give off some water, so that will slow down the browning a bit. So we're just gonna let them cook up a while. As they start to soften up, I'm gonna go in with some garlic. And as you guys can see, I have about a heaping tablespoon of it here. I'm not gonna use all of it. I'm gonna use a good portion of it. And I'm gonna put some of, I'll go ahead and add this whole one because I have another about 2/3 of a tablespoon of garlic. So I'll put that in. Once I get the broth going, go ahead and let this cook with the vegetables. And it already smells really, really good in here. It's so fragrant. And like I said, what really helps bring out the flavor and how fragrant the veggies are is you just season them a bit. You don't have to season them too much, especially if you have seasoned all throughout the dish. You don't want to over season anything because you can always add more salt. You can't really take it back, so you need to be careful, but adding just a little salt and pepper, it really brings out the flavor when you're just cooking up veggies. I do like ethnic dishes, like different, I like Asian food. I really like Mexican food. It's like my favorite ever. I could like literally eat like my fajitas every day or burrito bowls every day. And I really do like vegetables. A lot of people eat them, just because they know they're good for their body, but I actually enjoy them a lot. That's why I always add a bunch of them in cooking. And most of the time, people don't notice the veggies, they just notice there's a lot of extra flavor, so it works out. I really want to get a really good flavor going, so I'm going to try to get some caramelization on some of these veggies. Something. So some of the other flavors that I thought would be good to add and make the flavor kick even better are ginger. So I'm a big fan of ginger. And I became a big fan of ginger when I went to Benihana's. And if you haven't ever been to Benihana's, you have to go and you have to try the hibachi fried rice. And then they have this salad dressing that they use. I believe it's like ginger. I don't want to make something up. Maybe ginger, carrot ginger. But it's delicious. And that's when I first realized how good ginger really is. What a great flavor it was. And then I experimented with it for a while. I burned my family out, and so it's been a while, and I'm trying to use it and experience that flavor again. It's been a while for us. Because I kind of went crazy on it. It's really good on beef. It's good on chicken. You can do a lot with it. And it's really good, like if you make ribs. Like you could let it, put it in a rub or something that you keep and marinate the ribs in to get a good color on it. So I'm going to go ahead and add my broth. So I'm going to put this whole thing in. And this is 32 ounces. So it's going to cook down a bit. I'll probably end up adding some water with it as well. So yeah, it's not very much. So about half of the container, so about 16 more ounces of water is what I'll add. And just to ensure we still keep our flavor and don't lose it all when we add water. I'll show you guys what I like to do. You want to get a good amount of broth. So that we don't end up with nothing tomorrow or later when it's done. So we don't end up with nothing at all after it's cooked. And so we have enough for everybody to get a nice bowl of soup. You can add a bit more. I'm just adding hot water to the container that the broth came in. And this is, I've used about a whole extra container. So about another 30 to 32 more ounces of water in addition to the organic free-range chicken broth, no salt added. I'm going to go ahead and season it just like I would the protein. Some Himalayan pink salt. Pepper. I really love pepper. Obviously, if you don't like pepper so much, you're not going to add as much as I do. I'm going to add some onion powder. And then I'm going to add some smoked paprika. We don't want to overdo this because this is going to be more processed. It's not going to have the friendliest ingredients. And a teaspoon makes about a cup of broth. We're not going to add too much of this. We're just going to add about a teaspoon all of my teaspoon measures are busy with other callers, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. So we're not trying to be perfect, we're just trying to eat more healthfully, we still want to make sure that we end up with flavor in our food so that it's palatable and we can be successful at changing our eating habits. So obviously we added a bit, just not too much. It's going to benefit from cooking for a while, but what I am going to do is add the rest of the ingredients. So what I have here is another about 3/4 of a tablespoon of garlic and another teaspoon of ginger. This is also where I added about 3 tablespoons of soy sauce and a little rice wine vinegar. Helps keep my head clear. I really like the taste of sriracha, and I was able to find this just right at Safeway. And there are 80 milligrams of sodium for a teaspoon, 0 fat and 0 carbs. And this is just mostly garlic, salt, and potassium. And they have xanthan gum, which is keto friendly. And that, I'm assuming, will be used as the thickener. And it's a chili garlic salt. And when I tasted it, it tastes very similar to like to sriracha, minus the sugar. Garlic, it tastes really savory, and I really like the spicy flavor, spicy ramen. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with a teaspoon of that to start, and then we're gonna taste it and see where we are as far as heat and spice goes, and then we're gonna go ahead and let it cook. So I just want to check in and let you guys see some more of the process. So I have the eggs that I boiled up, and then what I have here is I just used some broth because I wanted to get something with good flavor. So I used some of the broth and a little bit of the sauce from the adobo, and I'm going to use that to marinate my eggs. So hopefully it comes out well. If it does, you guys can try it. So I marinated the egg, and I just want to check and see if the flavor went through. So there is color on it. This was my second attempt. So these are not the soft boiled ones, but they are marinated nonetheless. So we'll have to give them a taste. So I went ahead and tasted the eggs, and it is a thumbs up. So here is our broth that we're using for our keto friendly low carb ramen. So here is my ramen, and it's really cool. It comes in like these packages. I'm going to show you guys. So it comes in the packages like this, and then we'll put our ramen bowl together. Okay, so I'm going to cook it the suggested cooking method. So it says to use a skillet with a little bit of oil. I'm going to use a little coconut oil, and I'm going to go ahead and cook it up. So I did my best to dry the zoodles out, and I'll get together the soup. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm just show you guys what I'm going to be putting in the ramen. So I have some spinach here, and then I also have some ramen eggs that I made. And as you guys saw how to make them, I was trying for the soft-boiled egg, which was a bit of a fail, but they are marinated and I did try them and they are delicious. So I'll let you guys see when I'm done. I did want to add and mention, since I didn't before, that I did add soy sauce, and I also added rice wine vinegar, and I can actually show it to you guys. I'll stick in a photo of the rice wine vinegar. So I did add those to the broth, and this is what it looks like, guys. And I can't wait to dive in. This is the biggest bowl I had, unfortunately. And so it's what I'm working with right now. But I'm very excited to give it a try. Leftover keto ramen. You guys have to try this recipe.